We serenade you, Ahman.
This took me back to riding the bus to the game. And this knucklehead has his headphones on. This is exactly what he be doing. He be all hype. I'm like, why you hype right now?
All right.
Like, I was more cool, calm, and collected before a game.
I know. What's your first start? Your first start. I know this game. First start, your freshman year.
Missouri.
Missouri?
It was Missouri.
Okay, I'm thinking about another game, but let's go back to this game. Let's go to this game. Man, we're in Boulder.
That was my second start.
Yeah, I know.
That was my second start or third start.
Yeah, we're in Boulder. Man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, was that the first play of the game?
Yeah. Coach Osborne called it.
First play of the game.
But you remember, BJ, because y'all are in defensive meetings. Did you know Coach Osborne called that play?
Of course.
You know, we did our first 15 every game.
80 yards.
And he said, all right, we're going, I don't know exact the play. I know it's to the left.
49 outside.
It was a toss. It was a speed option because Tommy reads, and then some, guy defender comes to him, press it, he pitch it. If not, he's going to take it. He said the defender, if he presses hard, like we expect him to do, Tommy, you'll pitch it. If Brandon Holbein gets the block off here, cut, and then Jeff comes around, Makovica gets his block, this would be, da-da-da-da-da. He said a couple more words. He said, if everybody executes the way we've been practicing all week long and all season, this will be a touchdown. He said, and same thing. And it kind of worked out. And it's like, when I ran up the wall and came back down, Tommy is the first one there. I jumped on him. And then as I'm running back and I'm clicking in my head was that it flashed back to that meeting. I'm like, Coach Osborne is like Nostradamus or something. I'm talking to myself in my head. I'm saying this in my head right now. I'm like, this is creepy. Like I'm living in he predicted this. I'm like, whoa. I said, what's up? I was like, man, he knows a lot of stuff.
Why did you run all the way up the hill? Was you just going so fast?
Yes, I was Bo Jackson. Like I was running so fast, I needed to slow down.
Yes.
I know. I was like,
at what point did you know you was going to score though? I mean, when you turned that corner,
so when I saw Holbein's last block, I saw the safety in his angle. I said, oh, I'm out. I said, just keep running straight. I said, don't look back, but keep running straight.
You got caught one time that I remember.
It was in that stadium. It was in that stadium.
Was it Colorado?
It was
number 2.
Yes, it was a DB. It was my junior year.
Yes.
It was 2 years later.
Yes.
I cut up and then I made a nice little run and he caught me right in, but I scored the next play.
Yeah.
I finished the drive.
I thought Chris Candy caught you one time too. K-State.
For K-State? He might have, but that was a tough. I know freshman year. I know it wasn't junior year. We beat him up.
Yeah,
nobody.
We beat him up.
No,
freshman year too.
Yeah, we beat him up both years. I'm just saying
it was a tougher game.
Tougher game because remember we were down.
Yeah,
that was the only 2 games. Washington State and K-State were the only 2 downs. We were down like 3 points or a touchdown. For the whole season. I think it was only added up to like 10 minutes for the whole season that we were behind. Not even a part of a quarter.
And I want to say this, and then we want to talk about being a director of esports because I think that's important. Terrell Farley's going to go back to school.
Nice.
He wants to be a part of the program.
I am a gamer in my own mind.
Hey, I know. You can't be a part of his program if you're going to be a stuff talker either.
No. You know what? I want that.
Oh, you want that?
Well, now, like with some of the kids I've met already, they're a fantastic bunch. Like they're kind of like us, like where they have the motivation. They already running a program. Okay, so I'm just coming in just to kind of guide them and develop them a little bit more. But they already running this club team since I got started at Lakeland when I was in 2020. Yeah. So they've already been doing it. So I'm just helping them understand the accountability and bringing in another level of team and preparation is the varsity level. Yeah. Outside of that, they know they about that life.
So you got club and you got varsity.
Yeah, varsity. So I'm bringing in the varsity side of it. I'm going to basically be asking the club players. We're going to have tryouts. They already done tryouts for this spring season that they're running now. But we're going to have varsity tryouts. And be like, varsity tryouts, y'all, this is the elite, who's the best of the best. And so when they hear that, I'm pretty sure they, someone might be tuning in right now. So that's the mindset. It's like we knew being in the varsity locker room what that meant.
Yeah.
We knew as offensive players wearing a black shirt what that meant.
Yeah. See, VJ, nice guys get killed first in the game.
In war zone.
Yeah, you can't walk in there and say, for hey guys, I'm gonna lay my gun down. No, I don't want to fight you guys.
Hey, when I was at Lakeland, I tell my kids when we playing Call of Duty or Overwatch, any shooter, I told them I got so hyped one time. I thought I was talking to football players, and my kids looked at me as like, my coach, you okay? You just said put some hot ones in people. I'm like, yeah, this is a shooting game. What you expect? This is Call of Duty. This is Overwatch.
Yeah,
you gotta be about the headshot life.
I was playing this morning. Guy ran up on me, him and his guys, because I landed with a bank with a vault
in Warzone.
Yeah,
okay.
So they landed with me. He said, "Don't go in there. He got a pipe." I said, "I sure do." And I let it go. I hit all three.
Little pipe bomb. Yeah.
No, he called that pipe a pistol, a gun, a semi-automatic. But I didn't have but 60 bullets. So I shot him and I didn't kill him.
Keep
and
tabs
I just took off.
Took off running.
Yeah, I just shot him a couple of times and took off.
I got a question real quick with esports.
Yeah.
What is how many games they're kind of playing into that? Is it, I guess that's what thing I
in a season.
Well, just like if you want to get into it, do you have to be like specialized in one game, or is it good to be good at like several games, or how's
I say for the players that I know, from the players I coached at Lakeland to the players that I will be coaching here in the fall, what I've learned in the last 3.5 years now is that there's going to be players just like that. I mean, just like football, we had guys that just didn't play football. We had guys that could play basketball, that could run track, that could play baseball, tennis, whatever, golf. We had other, we were athletes first. And then we just we said, okay, now I'm going to focus on football. Because I could have focused on football and baseball and track. So just like that, we have kids that are good at League of Legends, Valorant, Call of Duty, Overwatch 2, Madden. So with that, that's where I come in, where I can regulate, say, hey, if I got a freshman, they're coming out of high school, just like any other athlete. I don't want to overwhelm you by saying, okay, now you could play Madden or you could play Call of Duty, Halo Infinite, or Overwatch 2. That's 3 shooting teams. So that's 3 different practices he or she have to go to. So just imagine if we played football, but then on top of that, during the same season, we play basketball, we play tennis. It ain't gonna work. You're gonna be you're gonna be tired.
Yeah.
And then you can't focus. Then you can't go to you're gonna be so tired you don't want to go to class. You don't want, So I gotta regulate, say freshman. If it's a fresh coming in, okay, you play one game. Pick your game and play it. Then get your schedule, your class schedule down. Get that down first. Then okay, I'd rather have you, like, if you play Madden, I'm like, that's a 1-player game. So it's just me and you in practice. Then if you play on team game, like Call of Duty or Overwatch 2 or League of Legends, then you could do that. Maybe your second semester. Now you're learning, what your routine is like every day. You wake up, you go to school first, then you have practice, and then you go study hall and get your work done and go to bed. So now you're getting that routine later. I don't want to because I had a few kids just my first year, and I found out that, they found out the hard way because they told me, oh, coach, I could do this, and then I was like, we needed help. We needed bodies. We didn't have a whole bunch of kids playing at Lakeland. So we had 4 or 5 kids playing 3 or 4 games. But then mid-semester, I was like, hey, you got to drop out. I'm looking at your GPA, You're not showing up to class because you're oversleeping. So I had to regulate that stuff and make sure, obviously, the kids, because we know how Dennis LeBlanc, Keith Zimmer, keeping us on track in the classroom. It's no different, and then Coach Solis, Coach Oz were keeping us on track on the football field, and we didn't work. We didn't have no jobs until the summer.
Come on, he's in there.
Yep.
He's in there.
Yeah, they were checking off. Yep, I remember that.
Terrell, he's in there, but he's gonna leave. So.
Yep. Attendant monitor there.
Yeah.
That was
okay. Madden.
Mm-hmm.
How good are you? And are you good enough for the $1 million tournament?
I would say yes.
Ooh.
On many levels. As a coach, I got a national title already, year 1. First semester, my player went 13-0. And the way I looked at it is and y'all probably would do the same because it's just common sense.
Right.
As we know, because we played enough Madden and Tecmo to know this. There's Madden football, then there's actual football where you played.
Yeah.
And if you bring those two together, because we already know players online, the ones that just playing and thinking they gonna get good, they doing all type of dumb stuff.
Just throwing the
ball deep, one shot. Run the same play 11 times in a row.
4th and 5,
going for it. Yeah. But I found out you gotta, like, in some situations, because it's a small clock. When I say small clock, it's only 5-minute clock per quarter. You know that.
Yeah.
For a championship, like for the championship game for Curtis, my player that won, there were 6-minute quarters. So fourth down became a part of the routine, especially when situations where you're playing against a really good player.
Don't give him the ball.
Don't give him the ball at all. Drain the clock between the 20s. Like for example, this is the championship series. He played a kid from Carroll College, which is a college in Milwaukee, and he was his great name was Mr. Giggles. He was a baller though. So this was when KC had Tyreek, and everybody was doing what T4 with Tyreek,
just tossing
it deep. Cover 3 couldn't cover it. The only coverage I found to stop it, and every now and then I still got beat, but the percentages were lower in the cover 4. So when I put cover 4 back, I said, Curtis, try cover 4 and just put your DBs back. And what we gonna do? Let him eat between the 20s. Let him eat. Let him get Travis. We're gonna find out if he could go through his progressions. So actual football, because you know a good quarterback, Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Pat Mahomes, they're gonna go progress. They'll have 12 different targets, and have 400 yards rushing. So let's see how good he is. Let's see if he could go, because he always he goes back. He throws it deep to Tyreek. He's not looking at Travis Kelce. He's not looking at Mako Hardman. He's not looking at his other receivers. Let's see if he does that. Yeah. Sure enough, he wasn't doing that. Interception, turnover, interception. We won the first game. Second game, he came back, won the second game. Third game, we won a couple of picks. We had a pick 6 and then the final. So we went all 5 games. And it came down to that whole fact. I start, let him have the 20s. Don't get frustrated in between the 20s. Let him get those first downs completed. But when you get to the red zone, though, we're going to put 8 DBs back in zone. And he got to pick and prod, find a little tiny hole that ain't there. And then we got pressure on him, too. So he ended up getting the victory. Finished season 13-0, got a nice little ring. I'm going to get it down here so I can show y'all. It's pretty sweet,
Dang. So is this esports becoming like a regular sport in college?
Oh yeah, it is already. It is already.
So it is a collegiate sport
already.
You
go to in schools. Every school now is basically what I call it jumping online. So by the fall we'll be online. They're already online now with the club team. They're already doing a fantastic. Jade, I think it's a few names. Sam, Edith, a few other players. Z that run the program. They're the officers right now. So they're doing a fantastic job. They did their tryouts right before school went back a couple weeks ago in Valorant and League of Legends, and they're playing their seasons right now. So Valorant, League of Legends, Overwatch 2, Super Smash Bros, and Mario Kart, and a few other games. So for all the colleges in the United States, you have Alabama, you have USC, you have Oklahoma, you have all the D1s, but then you have Southwest Community College, you got Midland, you got Bellevue University, Westland playing. I know those coaches. We got to talk Boise State. And the beautiful thing about it is, so obviously this would never happen for us playing ball, but we could play against Midland.
Right.
That wouldn't happen on a D1 football field.
Yeah.
That'd be a problem. Yeah. But we could play Midland on the East, because there's no
Bellevue University.
Exactly. There's no saying, oh, you're D1, you cannot play against this D2 or this junior college. That doesn't matter.
A gamer is a gamer.
Yeah, a gamer is a gamer.
That's it.
Have you ever played Ahman?
No, we talked online.
No, we talked online. I think Call of Duty one time we played.
Yeah, but
we were on the same team though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good for you, right, Terrell?
It's good for everybody.
Well, he's a professional.
It's different.
You're a rookie.
You got to follow.
They ain't no
professional.
Rookie. I want to see you.
You got to.
I said we got to do Madden,
bro. VJ retired, bro.
For Madden?
From all games.
What's your running back, buddy?
Oh, Jay Sims?
Jay Sims.
Hey, I finally beat Jay. I know he's not doing well right now, but like a few years ago, I finally got it. It took me like 25 plus years.
Dude, I always said to Jay, he's got cheat codes the cheat codes.
Yeah, he knew them as the kids call in every game.
It's a glitch.
No. That, or they call it the meta. So the meta is the way to, like, when you find out the meta of the game, that means you know every way to win.
And he knew it.
And he knew it. So
he was 26. We were only 21. The ticket, 93.7. The captain. Be right back.